Good morning, class 8. Sorry, class 6. I'm so sorry. I was thinking about class 8 and I said class 8. Hi, good morning. How are you guys doing? And hope you all are doing fine, good, robust, strong. Done your exams well, and everything is going on good. So, today we are going to be on this SST part again on chapter 5, major domains of the earth. The domain is something which we talk about on logging into a domain, making our own domain. But here, domain in geography is an exact area, or rather of knowledge and activity. What is this knowledge and activity all about of these domains of earth? What are these places? And we already are basically aware of the major domains of the earth. Three different components are there which we are all divided and meets so that humans, we can survive and animals can survive and thrive on this planet. The elements are land, water and air. These are the three main domains. But these are nothing but domains of the earth, namely the lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere. These all together create the biosphere. Let us go details into it, and after that I'll read your book. Okay, what is it actually? What are the domains of the earth? You are walking on the beach, on the seaside, and you feel the sand beneath you. You feel the cool ocean breeze on your face, as well as the water of the waves crashing on your feet. The sand is lithosphere, the water is hydrosphere, the cool breeze which you are feeling is the atmosphere. To summarize, the major domains of earth, domains are lithosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere, and together they make the biosphere. Let us know about the lithosphere. Now, lithosphere is actually a domain concerning land area. When land is measured, it is measured by taking the sea level at its base. The height of the land is also measured by denoting it either in ASL, that is above sea level, or BSL, that is below sea level. I would request you guys to have a pen and a copy, or a pencil and a copy, so that you can write down things. Please be serious. It's up to you. If you want to do it, it's good. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. I cannot force you. For example, Mount Everest, the highest mountain on earth, is 8,848 meters above the sea level, and this is denoted as ASL. While the Mariana Trench, deepest part of the earth, is 11,022 meters. Yes, 11,022 meters below sea level, BSL. These two constitute the extremes of the lithosphere. When discussing lithosphere, the extent of the continent, the land, the crust of the earth. What are the continents of the earth, you know? Earth is divided into 7 continents, right? Asia, Europe, Africa, North America, South America, Antarctica and Australia. Continents are the most important domain as they inhabited the large number of life form is there on the continents. On the continents only there is life. Where the hell there is life in the water? Only there is sea life in the water, right? Asia is the largest continent on the earth, covering almost 1/3 of the earth's land. Asia and Europe together form Eurasia. It is followed by the continent of Africa. Africa again is unique in its own way because it's the only continent through which the equator, the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn pass through. Unique. Tropic of Cancer goes through it, equator goes through it, and the Tropic of Capricorn goes through it. If you go on the map, you will go and see Africa, all three are going through it. Map number 7, page 120. Now, Europe is on the top of the northern hemisphere, on the top side, as well as some of it lies in the eastern hemisphere. North, east. It is bordered by the Arctic Ocean to the North Atlantic to the north, and Atlantic Ocean to the west, and the Mediterranean Sea to the south. Thus, it is the most suitable for fishing and harbor activities. Europe, they have everything on their side. If we go to the Europe part, you will see North America and South America. If we come here, again the thing goes, the equator goes through it and the Tropic of Cancer goes through it. Tropic of Capricorn, just below the Tropic of Cancer. Together form Americas. South America and North America, they together form Americas. They are not actual America. North America is the largest, third largest continent on the earth. Isthmus of Panama connects North America to South America. You see North America and South America. South America is Brazil, Amazon. The northern hemisphere is called the land hemisphere because the greater part of the earth's landmass lies in the northern hemisphere. Greatest part of the land. Isthmus is an area of land or passage that connects the two major continents. You see the isthmus here? That's thin yellow part just below the Tropic of Cancer. Now, Australia is also known as Oceania. Is an island continent surrounded by the Indian and Pacific Oceans. It's known for the world's largest World Heritage Site, that's the Great Barrier Reef. A vast interior desert wilderness called the outback, and a unique animal species like the kangaroo and the duck-billed platypuses, which are found nowhere else in the world. Antarctica, the southernmost continent and the site of the South Pole. It is a virtually uninhabited and it is completely ice-covered land. Now, Australia and Antarctica totally lie in the southern hemisphere. If you see the map, Antarctica Sea, and we don't go above anymore. So we have Africa, we have Asia, we have Australia, Antarctica, Europe, and North America. Then we have the hydrosphere, is all about the water, the atmosphere. Then we'll finish. Okay. So hydrosphere, what is there in the hydrosphere? I'm just giving you a basic introduction. After that we'll read through and we'll finish this. I'll come back in the next video.